Hi, everybody, and welcome back. This is Offbeat's third international moment here on YOUREUPRadio.com. We're slowly heading to the end of our first season in Offbeat podcast, and today we have a special guest here in our studio. Our special guest is MIKE VALE. Welcome, MIKE VALE.
Hello.
Hello. We were pretty psyched to hear you had time and to come here and do a personal interview with us. We know you're a busy guy. Are you touring a lot this year? Are you home producing? What's going on?
First off, thanks for having me. Good to be here.
I'm glad.
I'm a little bit tired, to be honest. I was in the studio until 5 a.m. So.
Okay.
But you ask about touring and gigs and studio and so on. That's why I mentioned that, because for the last, let's say, 2-3 months, I'm working in the studio like crazy, because in these days it's all about music. It's not just about touring and gigs and so on. It's also, you need to have good music, good productions. So.
Oh, okay. You're working on a solo project, or are you working on any collaborations at the moment?
I am focusing definitely on solo productions. Obviously, I'm also working a lot with other people. Like I just released a track with Roger Sanchez, who is a good friend of mine, and we are already working on our second collaboration. This first collaboration was just released on Tourum, and we are already on Beatport charts, which is great. The support was amazing from all kinds of big names, so I'm really happy about that.
Hey, you're a hometown boy. You're from local Maribor city.
Yes.
And you have a studio also here. Did Roger Sanchez come to Maribor just to work with you?
Roger Sanchez was in Maribor Tesnaes. A lot of people were laughing about that because, Maribor is a small city in compared to New York, from where Roger is coming from. So Roger was here in December, because I played with Roger at Kurzschluss in Ljubljana. Amazing show, amazing party, and he took some time off the next day.
Cool.
We went to my studio and we made this track that is now on Beatport charts. We made this track here, but our second collaboration was, we started this project in his villa in Ibiza, because he has a studio there, and when I was playing at Space with him, he invited me there, and I'm really, really looking forward to this project, because it's like a little bit more, let's say, something for Defected, or it's a little bit different house track, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, if we would have known before, we would have gave you a T-shirt that says "Straight Out of Tesla." So we actually have a couple of those lying
Nice
around.
My studio is located at Tesnaes. So.
You've been producing like over a decade.
Yes.
How did you begin producing? You started with DJing, or did you?
Yeah, my story starts like 15 years ago. I had a chance to become a resident at Club Yucatan. Yucatan was basically the biggest club in Slovenia back then. Now it's Ambasada Gavioli, but I worked there for almost 5 years. As a DJ, as a resident, I learned a lot as a DJ, because I was working with people every weekend. But after 5 years, I knew I wanted something more. I wanted to start making music. I actually started getting a lot of requests for other parties, techno parties, house events and so on. But my main goal was to start making my own music, so I started investing into gears and knowledge and all this kind of stuff. But after that, I decided, okay, this is it. I want to have my own studio. So after, I have my own studio now for 8 years now, and that's the point that I really started, decided that this will be my professional career.
So you decided then to focus just on production?
Yes. So I said it's like 8 years that I have the studio now, but
Yeah.
it was when I moved to this studio, it was like first 2 years is was one of the worst years in my life. Probably I was totally broke
Yeah.
without any money because I invested everything I had in the studio. I sold my car. I sold everything I had to build this studio that I have now.
So it was kind of all-in deal.
All in.
Cool. Did the venue in Yucatan get you a lot of good gigs outside before you started producing? Did you have gigs abroad?
Not really, because I was super young back then.
Okay.
And this was, I had this residency. I worked there basically every Saturday.
Yeah.
Sometimes also Fridays, but I was so young that I wasn't actually a known DJ back then.
Okay.
You know, when these days it's different. You know, you are getting known because of your music production. You can't be known and be a superstar DJ just from DJing. You need to have your own productions. You need to really work on that. So,
do you need a marketing team, or at least an agent or a booking agency?
I do have agency from London. My agent is Ben King, who's a really good agent. You need everything these days. But
full-size team.
Yes, I do have some people that work with me, but I'm also like I want to have hands all around. You know, I know a lot about marketing and all this kind of stuff, and I also do a lot of things on my own, and also my fiance is helping me and working with me as well, so things are easier that way.
That was gonna be my next question. You're getting married in a
I'm
month or so.
getting
How's that affecting your production life? You said your fiance is working with you, so
Yes, she's helping me. Yes,
Okay.
She's helping with me with all this paperwork shit.
Does she have a full-time job on the side, or does she actually work for you? Or?
She actually works for me. Yes.
Okay,
So-
cool. That's
And
great.
I'm happy. We are together for I don't know how many years now, but she's great. I'm happy, and in this business you need to be happy if you want to make good music. You can't make good music if you're not feeling good. So
The personal life is a must.
yes, it's a must.
Then you have a full-size package. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Our next question was about you and collaboration with DJ Umek. I know
Yes.
he definitely played a big part in your career. Are you still working together on any projects? Are you working solo, or are you in contact with him?
Umek is a good friend of mine for more than a decade now, more than 10 years, and we've done really a lot of great tracks together. A lot of them were really successful. We had at least 5 tracks that were in Beatport Top 10. We had Beatport #1 overall as well.
Oh, great.
So a lot of good stuff from us. But Umek changed his style now a little bit again. So he went back to more techno now, a little bit more harder stuff again. But we will definitely make some stuff in the future again. I'm
Cool.
sure.
Your popularity in the house scene is definitely getting bigger. Your name is getting bigger and bigger. How is this reflecting on your fan base? How is this reflecting on the gigs and label demands?
I'm super happy that the fan base is growing really nice, and it's awesome to see that. It's also great when people stop you on the street, want to talk with you, take a picture and stuff like that. So
They actually know, what you're doing.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great feeling that people actually know what you're doing. But for me, it's like I still have so much goals in my life. It's like I had some great music success, but still, I want to keep moving forward. I want another #1 and so on. So Yeah, it's
This
been
is
great.
this is what I want to ask you. If you're doing gigs and if you're touring, is this a time when you take off time from production, or do you produce? Some people produce on the bus, you know, and
Yes.
and in hotel rooms. How's this with you?
Because I always wanted to have my own studio, because I know that I need to finish the track in the studio, but I do work on a laptop, on airplanes and so on. But just sketches, ideas, you know, stuff like that, collecting sounds or whatever. You know, music in our heads is constantly, you know, I hear this, I see sounds all the time, you know, it's pretty funny.
You put a lot of effort into building your studio. As you said, you've actually sold all of your everything to put into the studio. What was your idea of what your studio must have? What was your how would I say, a gear and software dream for your studio?
My dream was to have, first of all, to have my own space where I can just be there and no one know I exist, actually, you know. This was my main goal. But the most important thing is to have good acoustics.
Okay.
And then everything else should come in the studio. Gear is not that important. I think studio acoustics is more important, because you need to hear what you're doing. That's the main thing. I wanted to have a really good sounding room, so a friend of mine, before I actually started doing this studio, I read two books. So one was about acoustics and the second one was about building a proper studio.
Okay.
And a friend of mine, Nina Patkovic, who is acoustician, he helped me with many things as well. So the whole studio was built from scratch, proper measures, everything was done as it should be, so I'm really happy with the sound. Then I invested, I sold my car to buy the speakers and acoustics and so on, because this stuff is pretty expensive. But the gear, yes, it's good to have all kinds of stuff. I want to have all the gear in the world, but it's too expensive. But yeah, acoustics and then everything else.
So you're probably not renting out your studio?
I'm actually thinking to do it here and there, because, you know, when I'm traveling, why not? I mean, I'm thinking about that.
maybe it's better if they take the full package. If they take your mastering and your...
Yeah, it's a really good sounding room. So everyone that worked there, they adapted like really quick, you know, because I have really good speakers and obviously good acoustics. So this helps a lot.
Yeah, we know Nenad Petkovic. He's a very good audio engineer. So
yes.
We understand the meaning of acoustics.
Cool guy.
Great guy, really. I wanted to ask you, what do you think about the electronic scene in Slovenia? It's always been in the underground. We have a big problem with mainstream music here in Slovenia. Nobody's... it's adapting really slowly. What do you think? What's going on?
A hard question, because I think that the scene is not bad, to be honest. But the thing is that mainstream will always be around, right?
Yeah.
But we have like Maribor is a really specific city that, you know, not many people live here, and let's say like Ljubljana, there's almost 500,000 people. In Maribor is 200 something thousand. But why I'm saying this is because when you have more people in another city, it's easier to fill up clubs, try different things, give higher entry. When people can actually pay for the entry, you can book bigger artists, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And that's how you build the scene, you know. It's like a circle that has to be, you know, a circle, because otherwise it's hard to actually educate people and so on. So, but I do believe that in Slovenia a lot of people know what is going on, and that's important, you know. They know what's going on in EDM, what's going on in techno, tech house, anything. So
It's, yeah, because you can't hear a lot of this music, but everybody is mostly on the internet, so they already know everything.
Exactly.
It's kind of like where everybody knows it, but nobody talks about it, kind of deal.
Kind of.
But yet I think that's amazing, because a lot of really talented producers are coming from Slovenia, and they're moving really fast on worldwide charts. True. So I think that this might become really interesting in the next years. For such a small country, I think we kick ass. Yeah, we have a definitely really hardcore production.
Yes, and also Ambasada Gavioli is one of the best clubs, if you ask me, in the world anyway. Almost all big names play there, and they're still doing it, you know. They're still booking really good artists and still working for the scene. So
yeah, I see that a lot of big names have already been here. Maybe not have gigs here, but have stopped by definitely in Slovenia. Really cool. Tell me, where do you see yourself in the next couple of years? What's your goal?
Keep doing good music, hopefully. I mean, I don't want to stop. If someone would take this away from me, I would probably die the next day. I love making music, and I was always, you know, like, I really like music with a groove. I was never really a commercial guy. I'm always, you know, trying different stuff. So yeah, making music, traveling, DJing, getting married, obviously.
All the treats. When can we see you next time? Is there any venue close by you'll be playing in?
Actually, I'm starting a residency at Club Biblos in Croatia, Poreču this year. I'm really looking forward to that. Biblos is one of the most known clubs in Croatia. Many big names play there. So I have 6 dates there this summer, and I'm super looking forward to that because, you know, I just played there on my birthday on 30th of April with Umek, and crazy night, 3,500 people, amazing vibe. So yeah, should be a good summer.
Oh,
I'm also going to Chicago in September, I think, and Space, Sharm el-Sheikh. I need to ask my agent. What else?
Yeah, you have a full summer already. Any new releases coming up soon, or?
Yes, so my next release is on Glasgow Underground in June. Then I have, let me think. So my second collaboration with Roger should be out around August, September, something like that.
Okay.
What else? I finished like 5, 6, 7 tracks now, so I'm, you know, just fine-tuning them. I have another track coming out on Tourum in August as well. There are so many tracks, it's hard to remember, but yeah, I was a good boy in the studio, definitely.
Okay, so that was it for today. Mike, thanks for stopping by. It's really nice to meet you. I hope we'll see each other in the fall when we start our second season on Offbeat.
Let's do it. Thank you very much.
Have fun.
Thanks.
Wanna get down, yeah, it's not how I 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 wanna get down. Wanna get down.